Hi everyone, Corey here from Tales from a Polk County Girl. I'm back! I just finished filming a little life update in NaNoWriMo video, so I think that video will go up before this one, or went up before this one. So if you've been wondering where I've been, hop on over and check that one out. But today I'm going to show you I am going to do my November goals because I did write those down, didn't I? Yes, I did. Ha ha ha. And I think I posted a video on that too. Now I don't remember. Again, my brain hasn't been working lately. But the reason why I'm filming this video is I'm trying out a different planner insert for November. All right, so for those of you that are new, the type of planner I use, this is a cut down Mead flex binder with the 2-inch rings, and they're D-shaped rings. The pocket on the front is done with a fuse tool, and because I break things, I've already had to scotch tape part of it down. The cover I have in here, this is an old notebook cover. I tore the note. It was a cheap notebook. I love the cover. This reminds me of Burberry. And I use the paper as note paper for like my Monster Flex and everything, but I didn't want to throw the covers away. So they become covers for my planner, which I can change out at any time. And this one's a little hard to get out. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I'm just going to flip directly to the calendar section in my planner. So this is the planner I'm using, but before we get to that, I'll come back to that in a second. So my November goals, I don't remember if I actually did a video on this, but I'll show you real quick. I am behind a little bit on DIY Break and Bake, but I did do August. So let me just hold this up for you guys. And then I haven't been filling in my reading and yoga and meditation chart. So I don't have much on the goals right now just because it's November and I'm doing NaNoWriMo. So that's kind of been my focus. All right, I'm going to try something real quick and hopefully it doesn't screw things up. I'm going to attempt. I cannot zoom while using, okay. Okay, so let's just ignore this real quick because this insert, these are the Franklin Covey Seasons inserts, and that's what it looks like for the monthly, and that's what it looked like for the weekly. For those of you that follow my channel, this is not unusual. This is what I've been using since May 2017. Well, I was getting a little tired. I noticed that I wasn't looking at my weekly list anymore, and you guys can hardly see this. All right, I'm gonna have to pick it up. That's no problem. I can pick it up. And I don't have the overhead light on either because it causes such a glare but I do have the blinds open, so I hope this is okay. I noticed I just wasn't looking at my list when I would have my week open, and I really like the idea of the week being on the same page of my daily columns like it is with the Passion Planner. But I had tried the Passion Planner I either did it September 2017 or September 2018, and the Passion Planner that would fit in my Monster Flex is the small, formerly known as the compact, and it was just too tight for me. It just didn't work. Well, I had bought, and I had done a walkthrough video of the Franklin Covey 5 Choices Planner, and after looking through it, it was still just a little too tight for me, and I ended up giving it to my mom. Well, I love Yellow Paper House. I really do. Back when I used Traveler's Notebooks, I loved buying their inserts. I cannot say enough good things about Yellow Paper House. And I love the color options. And I ended up just buying the 2019 fourth quarter vertical half box calendar, and it comes as a booklet. I asked them, I just put in the notes, please do not staple, because then I cut it in half and I punch it to fit this. So the last quarter is October, November, December. I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've spent. When the insert first arrived, I was still on this last week, or I had put together and set up the first full week of November pages from the season's inserts, because I knew this was going to arrive sometime this week. So I wouldn't start using this until the following week anyways. So I just took some time and used the month of October to play around with how I'd want it set up. This is what their month on 2 pages looks like. It has a dot. This is a dot grid notes section, which I'm finding I don't really care for dot grid, but you will see how I am adjusting. So, and that's what it looks like. Yes, it cuts into the squares a little bit. I'm fine with that. And I didn't backfill because this was just playtime for me. But this is what it looks like. You have vertical columns up here, and each of these has 14 lines. I did count because you will see how I'm going to play around with a layout for the coming week. This essentially very much is similar to the Franklin Covey 5 Choices layout, with the exception that this has dot grid right here, which I'll pick this up so you can see, and not lines. Also, Saturday and Sunday have the same amount of space. Is that okay? Is it? I'm looking at my phone to make sure it's in focus all right. But Saturday and Sunday have the same amount of space as the rest of the week. Something I really like, because, and I know this is a complaint from a lot of people, is for some of us, Saturday and Sunday are just as busy as during the week. So, or Saturday and Sunday are busier because those are the days we actually get stuff done that we want to do because we're not stuck at work for 8 hours. So what I did, I'm just going to flip this around because it's just easier for me to hold. I tried my standard things that I put on the weekly list, which is the focus, the good stuff, my weekly tasks or stuff I wanted to get done that week, and a weekend list. Okay, and that was all right. And then playing around with, I did backfill some of this. Some of this is stuff that actually did happen. So, and I figure I've got the information for those days. Why not backfill it in? Then I decided, okay, what if I wanted to put my yoga and meditation, self-care and everything on here? What would that look like in terms of using up space? Okay, I didn't do anything down here because I was still working, trying to figure out what I wanted to do layout wise. And then I figured out it was about here on these days. Let me flip this. That I'm like, I really don't like dot grid. I just really don't. So in the meantime, I took my ruler. Well, this was not the ruler. This was me freehanding with just a black ballpoint pen. And then I tried using a highlighter to see if that would work better. And I essentially connected the dots. So, and this right here, this draw a line across, this is where I counted the boxes. And I've split the day, each day into 7 and 7. And I did that again on a week I'm playing with for how I'm going to set my planner up for the upcoming week, which you'll see in a minute. So now that we are in November, that was the last week of October. Okay, so this insert comes with monthlies in it. I can't break the monthlies out or anything. It's you get it. This is what you get, which is fine because I love the Franklin Covey monthly. So I'm going to keep using that, even though I already have my seasons inserts for 2020. I'm still going to use the month, but I'm going to hold on to the days because I'm not entirely sure. I know I can make, or I'm going to hold on to the weeks. I shouldn't say the days. Because I know that insert works for me and I can make it work. So I'm just going to hang on to it. And if later on I need it and it's not 2020 anymore, you guys remember, if you followed me for a while, that on that in 2017 when I was playing around with this whole setup to begin with, I redated my 2015 seasons inserts. Or no, they were blooms inserts at that point. So you guys know I don't have an issue with redating and using up what I got. So anyways, so what am I doing with the month, sorry about the shaking, that comes with the yellow paper house insert? Well, I've been using it as, and I haven't filled in the rest of the week yet, I've been using it to track my word count for NaNoWriMo and anything else side hustle-y wise that I want to track. Like I put 50 rows on my mini skein 10 stitch blanket this past Monday. I knit 3 squares for my pieces blanket. That's an ongoing project. You know, stuff like that. Stuff I don't really want to track in here because this is like for actual scheduling and important stuff. This is like the fun monthly calendar. I think I spoke about that in another video, or at least in an article I wrote for Carrie Harling's Paper Planning magazine about how to use a blank monthly for tracking. And I'm doing that. Instead of printing off blank monthlies, I'm just using the monthly that I have. All right. So what did the first week of November look like? Well, last week of October, first week of November. This is where I started playing around with drawing the lines, filling stuff in, blah, 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 blah. And this is the previous week, and I enjoyed it. I liked tracking some stuff, like things where I had to actually do things that day. Like I had appointment times. Here, let me do this again. You know, day specific stuff I was able to check off, but if I did yoga or anything, I was able to write that in for tracking. And then down at the bottom, I did the this week's focus and then the good stuff. There is some more stuff I want to write on here, but it's not stuff I want to share with you guys just yet. So now that I'm filming this video, I can fill that in. And then I made my weekly task list. Well, what I discovered with this week, hopefully this is in focus, I don't like having my weekly task list right here because I don't like writing up against this ring. So that's something I changed for this week, which you'll see in a second. And then I just used this entire side for my weekend list, which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So the way I changed it for this week has been like this. And I'm just using a Post-it right now as my page flag so I can find this page easily. I'm trying to figure out something else to use, but I'm still looking. So as you can see, day specific stuff that needs to be done gets checked off, with tracking and other stuff like harvesting and dehydrating mint and parsley, doing my yoga and my meditation. I put my weekly list on this side, which has been nice. I still have a bunch of stuff to do. I put kind of sort of a tracker here. You guys know I have a love-hate relationship with trackers, so you know, we'll see what happens with this spot. And you notice lines are drawn here, not here. There's a reason for that. That's like my free space, or if you know of the Passion Planner, my space of infinite possibility. Okay, and then for the weekend, I ended up color coding everything like I normally do. I still have my Papermate 4-color Inkjoy quattros in the multiple colors. So that's been fun. So this is how I'm going to set up for next week. And I haven't fully set it up yet. I've got this done. So I went ahead and split the columns into 7 and 7. This way I can have my day specific tasks up top, and then anything I'm tracking, like I would do on the week, the vertical weekly, I'd have my stuff I actually, like self-care stuff I actually did down here. And I really liked that. And that's one of the reasons why I stuck with that insert for so long. So this is a way for me to kind of have the best of both worlds. My weekly list, my doodle pad, whatever, free space. I go ahead and draw my weekend list in, and you see the lines are straighter. Now that's because I did use a ruler. I did not use a ruler for right here, but that's okay. It's my planner. And I've only done this for the next week. I don't think I've put anything on the week. Well, the next week it's got December's calendar. And then I've just got day specific stuff. So yeah, this is what I'm doing right now. So far, I'm really enjoying it. And I will let you know. This is definitely a strong contender for my 2020 planner. And right now, Yellow Paper House has a bundle sale going on where I can get all 4 quarters for a very reasonable price, actually. So, pretty much I priced it out. The cost of all 4, including shipping, is going to be less than just buying the quarters individually. It's like I'm buying 2, paying for shipping, then getting the other 2 quarters for free. If I mathed that right. It's math. It's hard. So, I'm really enjoying this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Questions or comments, please leave them down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.